As a child, I felt unwelcomed, unvalued, and unseen at school. I felt like I knew the answers when my teacher was talking to me and lecturing, I guess, if you might say. And I was very excited to share the information when it was asked to me orally. But in most traditional classrooms, children are assessed through pencil and paper type of measures, and those were not successful for me. So every time I was presented with material in a traditional assessment format, I seemed to fail. From a very young age, I was determined that I was going to make a difference in the life of children, and I wanted to become a teacher. So I went on to pursue my education and received several teaching degrees, one in special education, which taught me a lot about neuroscience and how the brain learns. So during that experience too, I was at a workshop on Gardner's theories of multiple intelligences. And that was a light bulb moment for me, that we all learn in different ways. We all should be presented with information in different ways. We should all be assessed in different ways. And I thought, if that was something that my classroom teachers did when I was a child, how much better I would have felt about myself and my experiences. When I learned this information, I was just determined that my classroom or my school at CinDay would use multiple intelligence as a foundation for the education. Gardner's theory of different intelligences talks about a musical intelligence, a kinesthetic intelligence, a social intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, as well as logical, linguistical, a naturalist, and these are the things that teachers should be doing in their classroom. They should try to hit on all those different intelligences as they're teaching concepts or content. At CinDay, every child is going to get a specialized education. We're going to look at that particular child, see where they're at, do our authentic assessment, and figure out what they need, not only academically, but also socially. I can't wait to hear laughter again in the hallways here at CinDay. Active learning going on, students asking teachers questions, experiments being conducted, projects of things being built. These are sounds of learning, active learning. Our classrooms are not quiet. They're a place where you know that students are learning and being engaged. And the way we accomplish this is by having small class sizes. The teacher can see everybody, she can ask questions, it can be a dialogue. No one has to wait their turn to be called on. It can be very authentic. At CinDay, we want kids to dive deep into their learning. We don't want them just to learn a bunch of content and memorize it for a test and then dump it. We want them to dive deep into that. So we do that through authentic things like projects. Project-based learning is something we value around here. Even for our young students, we do thematic units where they really can get involved in what they're learning. So they learn it at a deeper level. And we think that's going to stick in the long-term memory better too. Our 21st century learning approach definitely centers around Gardner's theories of multiple intelligence, also differentiated instruction, so giving every child what they need. That's what we believe here. FAIR is giving every child what they need, not giving every child the same thing at the same time. We know all children are different. That's very important to us. We also believe in something that we call the 4 C's. Employers are saying that our kids that are getting out of traditional school are not prepared for the future because they lack the 4 C's. And the 4 C's are collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, and communication. Our students need to have those skills. They need to be good communicators, both orally and written. Communication is so important. They need to be able to work together in a team. Most of the jobs for the 21st century are team-oriented, and our kids don't know how to work together because they've been sitting in a classroom desk by themselves. Critical thinking is so important too. When teachers are teaching kids how to think or how to do a math problem one way and one way only, the students aren't developing those critical thinking skills, and those are so important. Also, creativity. I love the idea that all of our students are born naturally creative, and they want to show that creativity. But when they're forced to be in a traditional school, they're not allowed to show that creativity. So we think that's very important. Those are going to be our 21st century jobs in the future. Those people that can think outside the box and think creatively. I'm very excited at what we created here at CinDay. The students are very happy to come to school. They feel very safe here. They feel valued and loved. When the brain is happy and content and feels safe, it's going to learn more. So that's very important to us. So our children do like to come to school, and that's something really unique to see. Our classrooms are inviting. Our buildings are inviting. Our campus feels safe to walk around. So I'd invite people to come for a tour at CinDay and see the difference. There's so many things that make us unique, but to see it all in one place and view it for yourself really helps you feel the feeling here. I think every child feels excited to learn at CinDay when they walk through those doors of our classrooms. But most of all, I think they feel loved and valued for who they are. This is CinDay.